do it? Is he going to be able to teach me properly? And all these little questions, but then they're all solved. All those questions are solved when they're doing the test. They look down and the thing looks pretty good. And they say, oh, I guess I can't do this after all.
Yeah, I've seen, you know, just after the first day on Skin, we've got some of the art on the video clips on the site here, but man, I'm watching people do effects with chrome and smoke and shading and 2-3 colors, and is that normal for a student comes to this class with no tattooing experience and is able to do that in 6-8 days?
It's normal and simple. It took me 10 years to figure it out, but nobody would help me. But after it's figured out, it's put in the right order. All those techniques are very easily learned. Once they do a little bit of tattooing and they show them how to do the effects, then they go back to the tattoos again the next day, and there they come. Certainly, like I said, everybody takes time. I mean, you have to be a master in 2 weeks or anything, but you'll have all the skills to become that.
And you'll find, you know, what do you say to the person who is thinking about coming to tattoo school, and they're really skeptical? They've been told you can't learn it unless you apprentice and all that, and you're just throwing your money away.
Well, let me put it this way. Apprenticeships will work if you get a good trainer that's not too busy. And normally, if they're good tattoo artists, they're busy and they don't have time to train anybody. And then, if they're not professional trainers, they don't know how to teach anybody anything. That's why it takes 2 years, or they think it does. But if they know how to train somebody properly, it can be done very quickly. Remember, our people are here all day, every day to learn the tattoo. They're not fitted in between the tattoos for an hour a week or something like that. They're all day, every day. So we have a chance to be able to get to them immediately. A lot of things, as we put them in place, they learn it automatically. But then, if they're not picking up right away, I'll sit down and I'll work with somebody for a few minutes and get them over the hump. But, you know, apprenticeships can be the best way if you have somebody who's a really good teacher and they let you get rolling quick enough. But really, even if the apprenticeship was only 6 months long, shoot, my people could be out working and have earned their money back several times over by the time they did that. And even if they have a free apprenticeship, it would be cheaper to come here, take the class, and get rolling, just monetarily.
So, just to take it, be devil's advocate and take it one step further, if somebody came through the school and they felt they needed more, there's is it 6 or 7 classes a year that you have, or is it more than that?
Yeah, we have 6 classes a year.
So they could come back?
Sure. We have a guarantee that says if they don't learn what they want, they can retake this class as many as 6 times and no charge. Or they can stay on for like a 12-week apprenticeship with us if they'd like to. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I've had, you know, over 1,000 students, and no one had to retake the class. But it is there in case we get someone who does, or they feel like it. They take maybe a little piece. I have a lady in there today. She came back in. She's been, last year she took the class. She doesn't live too far away. She came in today to do a few tattoos and kind of like brush up. But I've never had anybody that needed to retake.
And who should somebody, an interested person, contact if they wanted to enroll in the school or get more information?
Well, Jessica in our office or the website, which is tattoo-school.com. And if they go on there, they can apply for a brochure. There's a live chat, and there's the phone number and the address and everything they need to know. If they fill out that information on the brochure, Jessica will contact them automatically.
And there's testimonials and photograph of art and all that stuff on the
There's pictures of the students' art. Anybody says the student tattoos aren't any good, will look right on there and tell me that to my face. They're very good. And then there's, of course, testimonials by students and people that have graduated and tell you what their experiences are. And make sure you're cool.
So, if you're sitting at home, you've got a life that just doesn't fit because you're craving art, it sounds like there's no better place to go than tattoo school.
Well, nobody said it was easy, but it's the easiest thing I heard of before.
And which brings me to the other end of the spectrum. We've all heard of starving artists. If a tattoo artist comes in, let's just say not great talent, just okay, just bottom 3%, and just willing to go out and work. Can they make a living doing this?
Very good living. I was telling this class today, if they come home with $1,000 a week in their pocket, that's a part-time job. Because we figure a little tattoo is $50. A tattoo that costs $100 would take about 40 minutes or so to do. So, you know, if you're only making a couple $100 a day, for instance, that's a part-time job. You're not working very many tattoos.
In a serious tattoo parlor, you know, not the best you've ever heard, but just a place, a tattoo parlor with a couple of artists, or let's just say one artist, in a place that has high traffic. What do you think? 100,000, 200,000 a year?
3,000 or 4,000 a week anyway, and take home $1,500 to $2,500.
So, as much as most professionals with degrees.
Probably more. From the information I have, they're going to make more money than just about anybody, except maybe, even more than a chemical engineer coming out of college, their first job.
And one other thing, I see that you also teach permanent makeup and piercing.
That's correct.
And is there a big market for that?
Well, there's a big market for piercing. Permanent makeup is not as big a market, but it's a very high-paid situation. A set of eyebrows that takes less than an hour would be between $300 and $700 fee to do that. So that's a high-end situation. Most tattoo artists do some permanent makeup, but not a lot. Some of our students specialize in it. That's all they do. Piercing, of course, is very popular and very profitable.
And you handle, then a student can come to your school and take the piercing class at the same time as they go through tattoo school?
Yes, there's a lot of discretionary time. And we have morning, the piercing teacher will take the students in early in the morning, show them movies and so forth, and then throughout the day as customers. So we have it's like an operating tattoo parlor and piercing parlor at the school. So people come in just like they would in the normal tattoo shop, so they get that experience. So people come for tattoos and piercings, and the students just do that, just like they're working. So it's very realistic. When they go home, it's not a big shock. It's the same thing they've been doing in class.
Cool. So again, they can get all the information they need by either signing up to get more information, requesting a brochure on the website, or contacting Jessica.
That's correct.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Dr.
Thank you,
Poe.
sir.